Welcome, one and all video game aficionados, to the StutterBullet gaming channel. And today we are taking 3 cars up Pikes Peaks for a time trial or hill climb, whichever you prefer to call it. The first car we have here is the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham 1957. This is quite an old car. The performance on this, it has 680 brake horsepower, 794 foot-pounds of torque in it, but it weighs 5,000 pounds, so it's quite heavy. It's real drive, but 680 brake horsepower. That is quite stinking high. Actually, let's do something pretty cool. Let's rev it. Brake. Do a little bit of donut. Just having a little bit of fun with that. Very nice. Okay. On to the next car. The next vehicle we have here is the 2013 Chrysler 300 SRT8. It has 565 brake horsepower, 555 foot-pounds of torque, and 4,173 pounds of weight. I have a feeling this is not going to beat the Eldorado. It has 200 horsepower less. Not 200, it has about 100 horsepower less, but it only has 800 pounds of weight less. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to beat the Eldorado. Okay, on to the next car. The next car we have here is the Ford Raptor F-150 SVT 2010. It has about, wow, that is a lot of horsepower. Well, this thing won it. 821 horsepower. That's like the Eldorado, 680 horsepower. This goes through the 700 horsepower scale and up into 800. It has about the same torque as the Eldorado though, and it weighs the same as the Eldorado. This thing, I think it took the cake. Oh, it seems to be 4-wheel drive too. Yeah, that looks 4-wheel drive. 1 second. Yeah, that's not gonna tell anything. I'll have to see by ramming it into a tree and then spinning the wheels. Okay. I will see you at the bottom of the hill. Welcome back to the bottom of the hill, ladies and gentlemen, and we are taking out the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor 2010. It is 4-wheel drive, by the way. Should go pretty fast. 3, 2, 1, go. I personally feel like this is going to be the fastest of all of them. Because it has the highest horsepower. It doesn't have the highest torque. It does have the highest horsepower though. It does not seem to have the best handling though, which, not surprisingly, it's a truck, so it shouldn't. It is a Raptor though. This is definitely a more dirt and raid vehicle. Come on, 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 come on. Wonder if any of the parts in this game, if you like put on different parts, if they actually affect the handling in any way whatsoever. Probably not. They probably haven't even bothered with aerodynamics. Hello. Wonder who he was. He was probably doing fine. Okay. We'll be live streaming tonight, by the way. I might even be live streaming while this is uploading. I don't know. Let's see if my computer can handle it. I'd be fine with 45 FPS for a while. What am I saying? No, it wouldn't be. 60 FPS all the way. 60 FPS for live. Never 45 FPS. Never. Even better, high graphics maximum, maybe 200 FPS? I mean, that's just ridiculous much FPS. Probably can't even notice the difference. Fighter pilots can. They can see 212 FPS. Okay, that was fun. Fighter pilots know the difference. They can see about 212 FPS. Yes, they're very, oh, turn. Ooh. Yeah, I was stopping the clock there, if you hadn't noticed. Sorta had to take my eyes onto the timer. So, I do not know yet if this has taken the fastest time. That's why I put the fastest one the one I believe was the fastest first. But on to the next car, and I will see you at the bottom of the. Welcome back to the bottom of the hill, ladies and gentlemen, and I am here with the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham 1957, and we are going to go up the hill. 3, 2, 1. Let's see how she does. What is this cop doing here? You can see him on the map. What is he doing there? Weirdo. Just sitting there in the middle of the woods doing nothing. What an odd cop. Da-da. That must have been who they were pursuing, the Big Boss 88 crew dude. Very interesting name on that guy. Pretty sure my camera just moved like an inch there, so I had to correct that. It is an absolute necessity that the camera in this car is completely centered. It's probably the most important part of this hill climb, having the camera completely centered in the middle. I almost ran that curve like an idiot and got up under those bumps, which then throw me wide, and make me lose all grip. Or just put me up onto two wheels, so I essentially have no grip. Probably shouldn't be doing that anymore. Same with these corners up, like the corners up here that throw you wide also. Those things are buggers. If you saw the skid marks on the road back there, that was where I went back in the try before this car. This thing just tail slided and then went straight off a rock. It was interesting. A little bit of a drift through there. I'm fine with that. Like the speedometer. It's a classic needle speedometer. What were those speedometers we called? I think they were called needle speedometers, or just called. These are not styled like a clock, like most speedometers. No, most speedometers aren't exactly styled like a clock. They're saying not in a circle. That one's on a straight line. Someone in the comments will have to tell me what type that is. If like it has a speedometer, it has a specific name, what it is. Whoa, a little bit to the left there. That was a little bit unnerving. Wow. A little bit of a slide there. Okay. On to the next vehicle. Welcome back to the bottom of the hill, ladies and gentlemen, and now I have the Chrysler 300 SRT8. This thing, I like the look of it. Very pretty interior. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, quite a coming from that. This thing does not require as much braking as the others because it's much, much lighter. I mean, it's still a heavy car, it's 4,000 pounds, but it does obviously not require as much braking. Oh yeah, it handles so much nicer than those other cars. You can do it. I believe in you. Do the What am I singing? I don't know. Don't care. This might win it. I mean, it's not doing bad on straight line speed and getting out of the corners. Sure sounds good. It's much lighter than both of them. It's rear-wheel drive. It handles better. Oh. A little bit of nitrous. I feel like those little bumps back there didn't really give it justice. This might be the first car tonight that we have complete the run in one attempt. That means it's actually a good car. Come on, na 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 na. Over the little jump. To the right. Ooh, hold it. Jeez, that was very, very on the edge. And around this corner. And okay. Now, the times. The time for the Chrysler was a 2:48.81. The time for the Cadillac Eldorado was a 2:56.70. And the time for the Ford Raptor SVT was a 2:48.31. The Raptor beat the Chrysler by just ever so much. It was extremely close between the Raptor and the Chrysler. The Eldorado fell way back and behind there. Maybe bad transmission box or something, just bad acceleration in general. And the Chrysler had good acceleration for what it is and how much less horsepower it had than the truck. Even though it had an 800-pound difference, apparently that made a lot of difference. It was very, very close on the heels of the Raptor, though. And I think that is all I have to say. So, well, it's been a fantabulous time, and I will see you all in the next one. Good night.